Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys get good news despite being out of playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys' hopes and dreams of making it to the playoffs this season fizzed out on Sunday, December 22nd, when the Washington Commanders upset the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the first time since 2020 that the Cowboys won't be in the playoffs. But all is not lost, because there's some good news on the horizon for the Cowboys. While this season may be a wash, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has a positive indicator for the future. Dak Prescott says he'll be fully ready for off-season workouts. During Sunday Night Football on December 22nd, the Cowboys played a strong game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and pulled off a win, with a 26-24 victory. Backup quarterback Cooper Rush led the team to the win, but it'll also be nice when Prescott is back. During the NBC broadcast of the game, the commentators gave an update on Prescott and how he's doing with his season-ending injury. The camera moved to Prescott while Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth talked about the time the quarterback has missed this season. Then, they chatted with sideline reporter Melissa Stark, who discussed what she and Prescott talked about ahead of the game. Stark said that Prescott said he recently got off of his crutches and will start running in about a month. She also said that Prescott said he would be primed for off-season workouts. Per John Machota of The Athletic, NBC's Melissa Stark said Cowboys QB Dak Prescott, hamstring, told her he got off crutches last week. He's about a month away from starting to run. Prescott is adamant that he will be fully ready for off-season workouts in April. Tommy Yarish, who covers the Dallas Cowboys for the team's official website, also shared a video on X of Prescott walking without crutches and noted, "Here's a good sign, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott walking under his own power on the sideline." It's a good sign that Prescott is continuing his narrative that he feels he'll be ready to go during the off-season. Cowboys Prediction adds superstar to Dak offense. We have now reviewed a volume of rewritten scouting reports on Rico Dowdle. And we have reviewed a volume of juicy scouting reports on Ashton Jeanty. The consensus on Rico. The Dallas Cowboys, after watching his breakout performance in 2024, need to keep him as he hits 2025 free agency. The consensus on Ashton. Yeah, the Cowboys need to get him, too, via the NFL draft. But what's the how to? Cowboys predictions aside, the devil is in the details. Dowdle recently being the first undrafted player since 2014 to post 3 consecutive 100-yard rushing games, a feat last achieved by Arian Foster with the Houston Texans. Coming into this week's win over the Bucs, when Dallas has given Rico 18 or more carries this season, Dowdle has consistently produced, recording at least 86 rushing yards per game. Maybe it took the Cowboys too long to move away from that running back by committee approach that causes them to feature Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Deuce Vaughn and Hunter Luepke. But at least now Dallas isn't dead last in NFL rushing. So, sign Rico. For how much? Dip into free agency and steal Najee Harris or somebody like him. For how much, and is such a player better than Rico? Draft Boise State's Jeanty, the Frisco kid who played high school football at the Cowboys HQ at the Star. Sure. But again, how? Dallas figures to be drafting right around 13th or 15th. Is Jeanty going to last that long? This doesn't have to be about the devaluation of the running back. That's an argument against giving a star back a second contract, not against draft him high. Jeanty finished second in Heisman Trophy voting this year after producing 2,497 rushing yards and 29 rushing touchdowns. He seems like a phenomenal prospect, and yes, the marketing of the Cowboys with the Frisco kid on the team will be considered by the Jerry Jones-led franchise. So Rico and Ashton. Good idea. But how? Cowboys insider predicts signing of star lineman in $100 million free agency plan. The Dallas Cowboys offensive line has struggled in general throughout the season, both in maintaining a consistent run game and protecting the quarterback. Dak Prescott's season-ending hamstring injury happened on a separate circumstance, but they will need to ensure plenty of time and space for him to work in the pocket next season. Dallas invested on their line in the 2024 NFL Draft, selecting Tyler Guyton with their first-round pick and taking Cooper Beebe in the third round. That youth combined with the age of Zach Martin made for a troubling roller coaster season for this group. With some critics, maybe prematurely, labeling Guyton as a bust. But our Mike Fisher of CowboysCountry.com is here to help, with what he says can be $100 million in salary cap spending room come March 2025. And he's got 3 names. Kansas City Chiefs guard Trey Smith, Minnesota Vikings tackle Cam Robinson, and Baltimore Ravens tackle Ronnie Stanley. I don't think the bust thing on Guyton is fair, Fish says. But as he grows into the job, maybe he moves to right tackle and Dallas moves on from Terrence Steele. Free agency is a way to fix this line, and fast. The Cowboys have a laundry list of needs across the roster heading into the offseason. Left tackle and a few other pieces on the line will need evaluation heading into the draft and trading camp, with the possible retirement of Martin also in play. A player like Robinson or Smith will demand a higher price, maybe $18 million per year. The older Stanley, maybe he's $8 million APY. The point is, there are fixes available. The Cowboys will need their line ready to protect against the best defenses in the league when Dak Prescott returns to the lineup next season. Guyton's continued development would be a significant step in that process. But so would spending in NFL free agency.